FSN Radio. It's all about what's next. Go to financialsurvivalnetwork.com and sign up for your free weekly newsletter. You'll also get 3 free reports. The Financial Survival Network. It's all about what's next.
With us now, we've got Seth Peretzman of borderlessholdings.com, and he's got a new feature. He's going to give you the weekly precious metals update because there's so much going on now. You really need to keep track of it. Seth, welcome to the show. Thanks for coming.
I appreciate it, Kerry. Thank you very much. Happy Friday.
Hey, you too.
So as your listeners know, this week has certainly been an interesting week, and yesterday capped it off very nicely. And today we kind of got prices moving a little sideways, but of course, yesterday we had gold make a $40 move and silver moved up over $1. I think it was about $1.10 for the day. So for the week, we've got gold up over 6% and silver. Up for the week over 3.5% for the week on silver, up over 6.5% and almost up 12% for the month with silver. So it's certainly been interesting. And just like we were saying right before we hopped on the phone here, it's something we've both been waiting for several months now. And the activity was certainly reminiscent yesterday of I think it was April of 2011 when silver blew up through up to the $49 level, and things definitely got very interesting. So just like we saw yesterday with gold and silver both blowing through resistance levels all the way up to with gold into the 1322 range, and as expected, whenever we see moves like that, we had gold pulling back a tiny bit today with some profit taking. I think we were down $10 at one point. I think right now we're down about $4. So as to be expected with a lot of the fundamental gold and silver price drivers in play here with the uncertainty abroad in Iraq and then of course Ukraine still with Russia making moves and potentially invading, moving tanks in at this point. So things have certainly been interesting, and along with the fundamentals, we got the technicals working with us now too. So it's certainly been an interesting week, and we'll see how things play out going forward. Again, like we were just talking about a moment ago, I think we could quite easily see here move up another few percent, and whether it's the next week or 3 to 4 weeks, and see an upside of in the 1340 to 1350 range, and potentially silver up over 22 into the 2230-ish range as well. So it will be important to keep an eye on both the prices and the markets on what's happening in Iraq specifically and Ukraine to really see how things will play out. And a great observation you made was about if silver can close in the positive today, it would be 10 straight days in the positive territory. So, which we haven't seen. Honestly, I don't remember the last time we saw that. So things are looking up. And in terms of people buying and on the retail side and purchasing gold and silver, for much of the summer so far, the spring, the summer so far, it's been relatively quiet. So we've definitely had the phones ringing over the past 3 to 4 days, especially yesterday, with not necessarily so much buying, but a lot of interest in people looking for more information and some guidance and what they should do in terms of formulating a strategy here going forward. So I think at this point, people are looking for a major pullback below 1200, and whether that's going to happen now, I mean, obviously it could still happen, but it's looking maybe a little bit less likely. So I think people who've been buying for a while, I think are pulling back from the idea that we're going to have a pullback under 1200 and starting to get ready to make a purchase here in the next few days or week or two. And of course, people who have not yet gotten into the market, this is, of course, a great opportunity to do that with prices up, but not up a tremendous amount of where I think we will see it here in the mid-summer, mid or late summer, again, with breaking up through 1340 and 1350 on gold potentially. So it'll be important to see. And I know a lot of the other guests over the past week or so regarding precious metals have echoed those statements, or I should say I'm echoing their statements. So I think it's the sentiment throughout the industry and in the gold and silver markets are looking up, and it should be an interesting few weeks here.
Hey, well, all I know is the market changed at the end of December. No question about it. The whole complexion, the whole psychology of the market changed, and it steadily crept higher from the low 1200s, and it just kept moving and moving. And then, it would get hit and it would bounce back much faster than it had been. And, I was just waiting for a day like yesterday, Seth. I just knew it was coming. and just waiting. The whole geopolitical situation was deteriorating, but I knew whether that happened or not, that yesterday was going to occur. And everybody I talked to, the people who really get the market, a lot of them better than me, all said it was coming. And, you can only hide the truth of what's happening in the world economy, with what's happening, deteriorating world trade, with employment numbers. I mean, what's happening in the United States, Seth? It's happening all over the world. So you can only fool the people, the sheeple, whatever, for so long a period of time, and then the truth is going to get out. And now it's getting out. And you know what? The people who've still got some money left, they get it. And now, you know what? I don't see any way to hold back the advance of gold and silver in the long term. That doesn't mean there's not going to be pullbacks and sawtooths and all that, but in the long run, it's going to happen. So you mentioned you've got a special buyback or offer coming now?
Yeah, absolutely. I was actually about to jump in and throw that in there before we got too far into this. But yeah, I have exclusive here for your listeners. Of course, if the listeners want to email me directly at seth@borderlessholdings.com, we've got 500 Amereican Gold Eagles we have to offer at rock bottom prices. If you just want to shoot me a direct email, again, it's seth@borderlessholdings.com. Between now and Monday at 5 p.m., I'm going to need to blow them out at Monday at 5 p.m., whether it's to a buyer or back to a wholesaler, but I'm going to have to get rid of them. So between now and Monday at 5 p.m., seth@borderlessholdings.com, we got rock bottom pricings on 500 Gold Eagles with a minimum purchase of 10 at a time, but we can guarantee rock bottom pricing that's going to beat 99% of the dealers out there. So again, seth@borderlessholdings.com. Shoot me a quick email. I'll get back to you within 10 minutes with a quote. And going back to what we were saying before that, it was certainly very nice to see silver make such a strong move over the past 4 days here too, and get the ratio back. We're sitting in the 62 range right now, and like you were saying, we were in the 67 range about 3 weeks ago. So to see silver make a strong move, and myself and many of the guys that you have on your show and the experts out there have been saying that silver massively undervalued, and it was just waiting to make a move. So that was certainly very nice to see as well.
Yep. And Seth, thanks for coming on. We'll be looking forward to you doing a weekly market update on the precious metals, because that's going to be the place to be for who knows how long to come in the future. But I'm convinced that the fake economy is coming to an end, and now we're going to see what's really going to happen. And stay tuned. All right, Seth. So we'll talk with you again real soon. People want to reach Seth, just call him at 855-604-6343, 855-604-6343. We'll talk to you next week, Seth. Be well.
Thank you, Kerry. Have a good weekend.
FSN Radio. It's all about what's next. Go to financialsurvivalnetwork.com and sign up for your free weekly newsletter. You'll also get 3 free reports. The Financial Survival Network. It's all about what's next.